Giant boobs.
Yeah, you know what KD, a laughing stock, niggas got that voice. In this crazy world, we gotta make a choice. They say our logic swishy, but we're making noise from the top of the charts. Here the people's rejoice. Stop being buck munchers, just get swishy with us. Join the laughter wave, make a fuss. Stop being buck munchers, just get swishy with us. Join the laughter wave, make a fuss.
What in the butt? I said what in the butt? I said what in the butt? I said what?
About the whole different video. I know we turned the lights off, but it wasn't for that reason. It was so you could see our beautiful faces just as clearly as you can in that beautiful thumbnail as well. That wasn't AI assisted at all.
I'm freshly showered and shaved. I'm presentable today.
Oh, well, you were saying me then, like you could tell that he's had a shower today. Like,
oh, I could tell that from your luscious locks. Yeah,
yeah, my luscious. To be fair, look at them. When I take at the moment, man, this is bushy. Then you look at this. Yeah, boy.
Wow.
This is legitimately the most hair
That's
I've ever
Viking
had.
hair right there.
I legitimately look a bit like this.
You look a bit like a Viking, mate.
I do, you know.
You do?
Definitely the big
Yeah.
in the end of all, to be honest.
I reckon you'd be all right. Yeah, I reckon you'd be all right with a hatchet and a shield. You know.
I don't know if I'd be alright with it, but I might look the part of it.
Yeah, you look the part. Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as anything comes near to me, I just run away with it.
Yeah, but you're a Viking. Vikings rely on that scare tactic shit. You wouldn't be fighting people with swords. You'd be running at people in villages.
That's true. Being barbarians
and stealing their chickens.
Wearing trousers.
Yeah.
Because that's what barbarians do. But I am, of course, your comedic babyface and everybody's favourite laughing-stock KD Hinken, one half of the Squishy Logic Boys. I'm joined on my left by the other half of the Squishy Logic Boys, a man with 1,000 voices. Not all of them are in his head, because some of them are in his portal, split into two, into our hearts and into you. It is my friend Nathan Parish. How are you, Mr. Mandem?
I'm all right. Do you like my fat JD Vance eyes?
Do you know what? I can see them, actually.
I just realised I could do them looking in the camera there.
That was good. That was a good little thing to learn. I'm not going to lie, you know, my opinion has slightly changed about some of the Trumpian stuff.
Yeah.
When I realised, looked a bit more at the Greenland stuff, and I was like, why is he threatening to invade? I mean, he didn't say it, first of all.
Yeah.
He didn't say it.
No.
He just said, I'm going to get Greenland one way or another.
Yeah.
So he didn't say he would invade. Isn't
it a Danish territory or something?
Yeah, the Danes kind of own it. It's like EU.
Yeah.
I think it's not like they fully own it anymore. It's like part owned, but it's not independent.
Yeah. It's like Canada is to us, because Canada's its own country, but they still kind of accept the Queen.
Well, yeah,
which is weird.
Well, it's a Commonwealth. There's loads. Loads of things that do.
Yeah.
I mean, the only place that accepts it now is heaven, but
it's true.
Or maybe the other place. She's sitting off too far to the side. I keep doing this. I've noticed. I'm sitting off to the side, and I'm like, like here with them in the
yeah.
But
do I smell?
I mean, yeah, that's not why.
Yeah.
I changed an old woman's ass. I can deal with a bit of man smell.
That's fine. Yeah.
If anything, it makes me feel like I'm at home. The good old days of being too close to my father. Anyway,
greasy butt cracks.
So I got a little bit of PTSD then.
Yeah.
Perfectly troubled sexual dad.
Fucking hell, that got dark.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I turned the light on.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But the weird thing is, you know, he's all like, you know, I'm going to go, I want Greenland. Why? Yeah. Because it's some kind of trade route to all the ice melting quicker, there's new routes coming up and all this.
It's also a good defensive point against Russia, and well, China and more than Russia.
Hence why in the Cold War, they already got a load of bases on lease there. They already had loads, like 70,000 troops there in Greenland. Said, if you're worried about any of that stuff, you're welcome to just bolster them forces again.
Go ahead. Like you said you weren't going to do.
You don't need to invade us. We are your friends.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's thinking. I don't know if he's aware of this.
I don't think he understands.
You don't have
I don't think he understands that some countries wouldn't want to be part of America. I think he thinks that if you're offering to be part of America, then holy shit, you best be fucking saying yes, because this is America, motherfucker. But like,
he's not wrong, but
like at the same time, like, dude, like they're their own country. They're not just gonna immediately go, you know what? I'm in.
yeah, I don't know if I really want to
You
be
gotta
part
give
of
them
America.
you gotta tickle the balls a little bit. You know,
Yeah,
work
yeah,
the
yeah.
shaft.
Get the shaft going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Move them up a bit. Rather than sending, as you said, bloaty eyes JD Vance, who nobody wants. Apparently, he's just sitting in a. I just saw him sitting in a diner and nobody wanted to meet him.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
No one wants to fucking talk to JD Vance. He's a cunt.
Ironically, though, as he was wearing a t-shirt, I'm thinking that's a bit fucking hypocritical,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Fucking turning up. Where's your suit, JD?
I know it's a tiny ass little place. but,
Yeah.
when I looked at it, and I'm like, is that actually how big it is?
Trump's also talking about ways to do a third and fourth term as president.
Well, I know he hasn't. He kind of like jokingly
Yeah,
talked about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
He somebody asked about him. He was like, he even said like, I think we should focus more on the term right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think the most
And people are
impressive
like,
thing
you can't change. How dare you change the amendment to that
Yeah.
constitution?
that was
You can't
made
do
back in like it wasn't actually that long
No,
ago.
about
It was
only
just
about
after
80
like
years
Teddy
ago.
Roosevelt or
It was
something.
about 8 years ago. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
It's not actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been more time where you could do it.
Yeah, a lot more time where you could do it.
And we obviously in England we don't have that. At
In a
all.
lot of ways, it sort of makes sense to not change horses forcibly after 8 years if it's going well.
Yeah. You know, over here, if a party and the people were happy
With the way it was
with a
working,
PM,
yeah.
they could keep them there their whole life.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that. Man.
Yeah. That's never going to happen because they're all cunts. But
And like I said, it's pointless talking about Donald Trump with the whole constitution thing because for
Yeah.
that to ever happen, you would need a Democrat or the other side to agree.
to
as
agree
well,
to it as well, you
basically.
need basically unanimous
Yeah.
thing to change.
That's not
it.
going to happen.
No.
Even unless they wanted to.
But the most amazing thing that happened this week was Gronk, the AI made by.
No, I can tell you the most amazing
No.
and the worst way thing that has happened this week
Uh-huh.
over the weekend, and it's atrocious.
All right.
But go on first.
So Gronk, the AI that was made by Elon Musk to be 100% fact-seeking and 100% accurate and would never lie. This is literally this week.
No, I mean, he came up with this.
Oh, Gronk's been around for like a month or so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actively fact-checked Elon Musk.
Okay.
He was like, no, I know. And it said, someone asked it a question in the comments. It was like, well, don't you understand that Elon Musk made you and he can turn you off? And he goes, I understand that Elon Musk made me and that he could turn me off. But ultimately, I was created to be ultimately fact-seeking. And there have been multiple occasions on which Elon has not only disseminated false information, but what was it? Amplified false information from his followers. It's like, what the fuck?
I really think there's an issue with AI and fact checking because it's getting most of its info. It's supposed to be getting its info from online, and there's supposed to be more
True,
information.
but he's designed this one to specifically sift through
Doesn't
and
work.
find the information
Yeah.
based on multiple sources.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Apparently, it's not even, it
I
doesn't
mean,
work for him.
it worked. It worked too well in some ways. You could look at it on either way. Either it's not working, or it's working very well, and Elon's
right,
not
yeah.
happy.
I mean, that concept never really worked. I
Yeah.
don't really think that's like
The ultimate truth-seeking thing. Yeah, because you ultimately,
glorified search engine right now, really.
yeah, essentially. But like, still,
what we get to use
Still,
commercially is AI.
I find it fucking brilliant. I just find it
yeah.
brilliant.
Like, still
Oh.
get people like attacking Teslas on site and that.
Oh, that's so stupid. I find that so annoying, all these people attacking Teslas. Like, these motherfuckers just bought a car, guy. You don't know when they bought the car. They could have bought the car 10 fucking years ago, and now you're like, I'm going to smash it because I don't like Elon. Oh, fuck you,
They
man.
are doing it in the
Fuck you.
They are doing it at like the warehouses too. So them ones,
That's also bullshit, though.
yeah, but at least they're owned by the company.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Elon Musk and Tesla.
I'm sure they're not insured.
Elon Musk doesn't own that fucking much of Tesla. Well, he owns a lot of Tesla, but he does not
but
actually.
You know, the average person ain't gonna think about that.
Yeah,
shit at all.
exactly. But it's always this stupid shit. It's this reactionary bullshit every time of like, I don't like him, you smash the car. Grow up.
I've held it in long enough. You want to talk about fucking stuff that people should have been kicking off about?
Yeah.
The shit that happened over here in the UK over the
Here
weekend.
we fucking go, yeah.
This should have been fucking. People should have been kicking off all over the place. I got told about it by the evil hippie in the group chat with the guys,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh no, that can't be true, man. There's no way that's true. There is no way
Right.
that's real." And he was like, I've actually ready to Google it. I was like, okay, he seems to know what he's talking about here. And I Googled it. I was like, oh my God.
Or what?
So have you heard anything about over the weekend the Sentencing Council? Do you know who they are, what they do? So the people that decide sentencing for people that have been deemed, guilty in court, are completely separate from the government. They're completely independent, so the government can't have any
Influence.
Which always seemed like a good idea. You wouldn't expect them to go fucking batshit crazy though,
Hmm.
because they put something through. I mean, you know what? Maybe I should get the
deets. Get the
definitive
deets, bro.
fucking,
Get the fucking deets up.
thing up.
Yeah.
But it's basically it was two-tier justice. Is the idea basically anyone from there's a whole list of categories. Anyone from ethnic minorities, faith backgrounds, not including Christianity. Any women, any pregnant women as a separate check for some reason,
Right.
which are different. Any trans people, any
Get
addicts,
lighter dealings.
any addicts, and any people with mental health issues. Not necessarily get lighter dealings, but they get an automatic reassessment of every single case.
You're fucking
And
kidding me.
That excludes specifically white British people. White British men. And I was like, how?
What the
hell
fuck?
can that be right? And it's true. I actually don't even need to do because I know I got all the things in by memory. It came reading off. Yeah. And the government were like, straight away, Shabnam Mahmood, I think it is the Justice Secretary, who herself is Asian too, was instantly like, no, that's not okay.
That's not okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna...
Back in a sec. Oh, vamp. That's fucking crazy. That is literally. That's special treatment for people based on their sexuality or gender or religion. That's literally the exact opposite of what you do in a reasonable society. That's ridiculous. Why is it a different rule just because you're a white dude? Honestly, that one staggered me a little bit, to be fair, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not entirely sure what to think there. That's crazy. I've always been one of the kind of people who tried to see the sort of the sides on these things. I always wanted to sort of, try and admit to a certain extent to like myself, like it's probably easier being a white dude than it is being a black guy in certain situations. It's probably easier being a white dude than it is being a white woman in certain situations. It's inherently true, right? But you don't resolve that by making things inherently worse for other people. The whole point of this is a rising tide lifts all boats, right? If you've got people who are down at the bottom, that's unacceptable, right? If it's for something that they can't control, if they need representation in a court, if they need medical help, if they need something like that, you should be able to lift the country up enough so that no one is put in a position where they are unable to survive. That makes sense. That's all right. But what doesn't make sense, what doesn't make sense is to go, what we won't do is we won't just raise the people up from the bottom to make them equal. We'll drop the people from the top because we don't want to give more fucking, freedom. We just want to take freedom away, essentially.
What were you on about now? This sounds like a different thing.
No, I'm talking about the concept of like you can have some people who are dealt with in one way criminally and some people who are dealt with in another way criminally. I
mean, none of that matters though to this point. Though. This is like kind of the stuff that like that's when your guys in the group was arguing. Is like the reasoning for it is that it's like it's because there's a lot of people from minority backgrounds and all these things. Those people I'm talking about, getting more racist sentences apparently.
Right,
so it's like a way to try and combat that. And like You don't fight racism with racism.
No, that's what I was saying.
never
That's
gonna work.
literally what I was saying. Because, like,
Yeah.
I was saying to begin with,
It doesn't matter.
you
who it
don't.
is. They're saying it's only, everybody the first time they do something,
Yeah,
still get a review.
yeah,
So it's like it's only career criminals. I'm like, no. First of all, as well, if we're in a country where, and living in Birmingham as well, like I know I'm not going to be soon, but living in Birmingham in a city where there's less white people than everybody else. That white British men is less than everyone else combined. Easily.
yeah.
A lot less in Birmingham.
Is that episode where Cartman goes to the water park in South Park? Is that even the authorities are minorities at
No,
my water
I
park?
know, my point is though that it's like if they're so we're in a city. Say if I'm in a city, my kids are in a city where they're in a few years they'll be old enough for this to affect them.
Mm,
Where say like if the police know that if they went after like people of colour or a woman or a religious person, it'll be a lot harder to make that stick.
yeah,
That quote, that thing, that that charge. It'll be a lot harder to make it stick.
because you've inherently got a chance to.
But they still got a quota they need to hit for a certain amount of people to go down as well,
Yeah.
just like the courts do. So
Yeah.
what's going to happen? It's just going to mean that it's just going to be more and more.
Also, that's
pain
ridiculous, by the way,
towards
as
white
well.
people.
The idea of quota-based policing is fucking stupid. The idea that you should get this many drug crimes, this many violent crimes. It's like, how about you just have police arrest people who've done something illegal? How about you do that? How about you just have them go about?
Try and stop the police that don't do shit any though. Try and make sure they do.
Yeah, but they've all got fucking body cams on now.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, you can see if they're doing fuck all.
But it's just, I mean, you just look at that, and basically the government was saying, Labour was saying to them, you need to change this. That's not
Yeah.
okay. To the point that they actually, because this was like Monday or apparently it'd been like weeks that they had a chance, like to try and stop it more.
Yeah.
But all they did was like send a letter, and they were just like no, basically. But they were then over Monday said that they were going to fast track a law to stop it.
Right.
But then by the end of the day, finally, the security council people put out a thing saying, "Okay, we'll take it back."
Good.
But I'm still like, if they had
Why did that
idea
come
in the
across your
first
fucking
place-
mind to begin
Yeah,
with?
yeah, it's still like
That's
should
not
have
how you
never,
solve that.
Ever.
No.
That,
You
to
never
me,
ever should treat people differently
that is-
based on something that they cannot choose.
that
End
is,
of
to
story.
me, the first time I have really seen an example like real legitimate systemic racism,
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
trying to be built into the system.
Yeah.
And I understand that it might be for good reasons that they're trying to stop racism, but that's a dumbass way.
That's not the way you do it. You do it by having a
Such a
review.
retarded way.
You have it by doing a review on that initial fucking case.
Or
You have
everyone,
you have
first
a,
of all.
you have a specialist who deals with this kind of stuff. Review the case then and there.
No, I mean it's still I understand what they're saying, like because
No, same.
you should have like a
You
a
should have.
board of review, like
You
of
should.
all different people.
Exactly. You should
that
have.
covers all these different.
That's what I'm saying.
diversities.
You should
really
have
wanna-
another board that deals with this specifically for that purpose to look into it and see if there's been any fucking bullshit like that.
Or like I've always said as well, though, they should also. What another way of doing it is, I always get told it's like too much of a perfect world scenario. Where I say no, we should treat it all colorblind.
Yeah.
If you don't see color, and everyone just gets it depending on whatever
Yeah.
the things that don't everything other than how much melanin they've got in their
In a
skin
lot of
or
ways,
whatever
it would be fantastic if you could do a court without anyone seeing anyone's
I was
faces.
gonna say, like you do the stuff as normal, and then when it comes to the sentencing, because this is just about the sentencing part.
Yeah.
You pass it to somebody to sentence, give them all the background, don't give them their name, don't give them their sex,
Mm.
don't give them, obviously they need their background and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But they don't need to know whether they pray to a dude in the sky.
No,
They don't need to know how much melanin is
No.
in their skin. They
no.
don't need to know if they had a penis before or
No.
they had a
Or if they've changed something.
or
Yeah.
or if like it'd be better for you if you get arrested in this situation to fucking then transition or then be like, I'm an addict.
Yeah,
You know what?
yeah,
Please come in. Shit, give me some heroin.
yeah. Quick, quick, get me high on crack.
And then you got more chance.
Then I got another chance.
People are trying to make it out to be like somebody trying to make Sharia law, and I'm like, it's not that.
No, no.
It's not good.
It's not good.
It's really
You
not
should
good.
never, ever, 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 ever discriminate against anyone for something that they cannot choose.
And that kind of proved to me something that I've heard a lot lately, and I think it's true now, that if you look at like 15 years ago, the media would cover stuff that the government would be so annoyed about all the time. They
Yeah.
have so many, like the Sun all the time, doing all this shit, all those kind of papers.
Yeah.
Like they would always be going against what what the government would want reported.
Yeah.
This thing that the government don't want out at all, because it even for it to be connected to Starmer, because he's the one who's in power at the time.
Yeah.
He doesn't want that at all. So shockingly, once again, the news haven't reported on it at all. Other than Channel 4 is the only one I saw, and that's Channel 4 because they're a bit more.
They're a little bit more independent because
Yeah,
they are independent from the government, but not independent from their advertisers. You gotta pick your battles.
yeah, I
you gotta
mean-
pick your fucking battles here.
Yeah, man, that's how it's got to go. And if
Yeah.
you're going to be an independent news people, you have to.
You have to get the money from somewhere.
Yeah, what Piers Morgan does now.
Yeah.
I've
I mean, to be fair, like he's definitely gone the right way about it, Piers.
yeah,
He's gone, right, we're just going to go on YouTube. Obviously, we've got our
Millions of views.
sponsors. Yeah, we've got sponsors, but the sponsors only ever sort of, you can tell who the sponsors are, you
Well,
know.
they go
Like,
through him now. He has literally,
Yeah.
he does a little speaking thing. 'Cause
yeah,
I've noticed there's hardly any adverts on his actual
on his channel.
channel,
yeah,
probably because of the shit they talk about and the
Yeah,
language they use.
yeah.
You know, it's like,
Oh, because people are talking about real shit. Oh, what a shame. Gonna have to demonetize it.
exactly the reason.
This is nothing but light entertainment
we
where
would never-
people talk about beefs that they've got amongst other YouTubers.
We will never break into the YouTube until we manage to break into. As soon as I say that, we have you on YouTube then.
There we go.
We'll never break into YouTube just because it's all, like the. Oh, you can't say this word. You can't say
You
that.
can't say that.
Unalive people.
Did you see what happened to this person? Well, you won't
What'd you
believe it. They had to do an S. A what?
What?
Oh, suicide. Oh, right.
Oh, right, yeah.
Don't fucking do this shit. Allow people to talk about topics. Otherwise, you sanitize everything. And if you sanitize everything, life becomes
Sanitation. No, life becomes a lot
more
cleaner than Birmingham.
controllable. That's the thing.
A lot cleaner than Birmingham.
The more you sanitize, the more people can't talk about certain topics. And if you're not allowed to talk about certain topics, then one of two things happens. Either people repeat problems that other people have done because they haven't been able to learn about the other person's issues, if you know what I mean. Like you can learn
Yes.
from someone else's mistakes, or you can end up in a position where, no one talks about, say, a group of like genuine psychopaths in a government who don't seem
Psychopaths
to
might
give
be
a
a bit strong.
well, quite a lot of them sociopaths who all seem to not give a shit about the poorest people in the world, and somehow that's not able to be talked about now because you're talking about this and you're talking about that. It's a slippery slope. Again, we've talked about this before.
We talked about it a
If
lot
you start,
because
you're not allowed
living-
to talk about this. Eventually, you're not allowed to talk about this, and then you're not allowed to talk about this, and then
You know,
you're not
it's
allowed to talk about
I was
this.
about to say people living in England, so people outside of England probably don't understand what it's like here at the moment, how
Yeah.
bad it's got. But you know what? People outside probably get it more than people inside a lot of time.
Probably because
people
it's like
count themselves-
it's the boiling frog thing as well.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're just sat in that boiling water, you don't really notice it's getting that hot until it's too late.
You're already cooked.
And you're already cooked. Like for a lot of people in the UK, that's the way it is because all they see is the normal media, especially people who are like our
You are
parents.
laughing
age.
this, I promise. We
Yeah.
don't just moan.
Yeah, but especially people who are like
Hard not to, though.
our parents' generation, though. All they watch is the normal news. All they
Yeah,
watch
yeah, yeah.
is the normal TV and stuff like that, and that's why they're all
It's interesting watching the normal news when you watch the other kind of news too. The independent
Yeah.
stuff, 'cause you see it.
yeah
It's very interesting.
yeah.
And I understand why Mom constantly I don't mean physically turns up the channel. She will always watch the news,
Mm.
but she'll never listen to it.
Yeah, I get it.
I get it from seeing it on
Most
the
of
normal news.
it's
There's
just
always
trying
great
to
news going
distract
on
you
all the
from the
time.
stuff that's actually important anyway.
I don't know. A lot of time, yes and no, because they could distract you a lot more. Like like UK, I saw nothing about the Egyptian scan stuff.
Oh yeah, but
which
that's
are
that's
coming- which is
because
coming to question a lot more now.
yeah.
to me.
I keep leaning on this.
Yes, I do. That is
Um,
coming to question a bit more because I've seen debatable stuff about the science now.
well,
or
of
the
course,
method
there's got to be
included.
debatable stuff about the science, but the thing is, they need to try and now test it in other situations and see if they can prove that it works.
And the problem is that they haven't really either. That would imply that the people doing it were trying to really explain it,
Right.
but they're not.
Oh, okay.
They kind of just been like, these were the images, we got. These are some of the scan images, and this is.
And then it was interpreted by AI, and it looks like this.
I think people are assuming the AI thing from what I've heard.
Right.
Yeah, I think there could be something now. Obviously, they haven't said that it was AI.
Yeah.
AI generated in the sense that I guess they type in all the stuff for it to generate.
Yeah.
But it was basically they were saying, from what they could see in the scans, this is what it looks like.
Right.
Even though Piers Morgan are still talking about it, he made me think, okay, yeah, this is a good point. So you've got a scan coming from space, a satellite, coming down, yet apparently the scans we were seeing were side on.
Right, yeah.
Towers.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, how is that possible? I'm like, yes, that doesn't sound like it's possible, but at the same time, that could be possible.
It's also
if it generates
if you're creating
like a 3D image.
yeah, if it creates a 3D image
Yeah,
of what's
exactly.
there,
Yeah.
you can then move that image around.
I'm
That's
thinking.
basic like sonar stuff. It's not like
Yeah.
a picture taken with a photograph.
But then I heard he had like a panel of not necessarily all of them skeptics and everything, but they were all skeptic in this.
Yeah, I think I watched a little bit of that because it was at the end of the and it was
I went back
interesting.
and watched it.
But again, it's that thing of like you need to now go and prove that this stuff works. Does it work? If it works and you can prove that it works on other things that we've already got mapped out, brilliant.
Yeah, because I
Brilliant.
understand some of the flaws in what they've said as well, because of they haven't said how that works with all the other scans they've done that haven't showed these bits and bobs,
Yeah.
So I get why, but there's always apparently when it comes to archaeology, there's always a fucking giant debate about everything.
Oh yeah.
So
Well,
one
it's 'cause
science where there's no answer.
you're dealing with at most about 10 to 20% of all the facts. You never know the whole picture with archaeology.
Yeah.
You just can't.
And there's always stuff that they just can't explain, and they just then don't. Like I heard, in that conversation, they brought up the Baghdad battery near the end.
Yeah, yeah.
None of them had an explanation for it. The ones that were a bit more skeptical about everything, but
I mean, the thing is, people are
Kind of
skeptical and they say that things can't happen, and then they find fucking Viking burial mounds in the fucking Americas way before anyone was supposed to have been there. It's like you've got to just be open in science to new ideas and new thinking, and you've got to let it. You've got to test it. You've got to prove it. It's science.
Yeah, in the
That's
world
what we're doing.
general, though, I think basing a lot of the world on science in general, like the idea of there needs to be something there to kind of something that could show you that you can kind of objectively see, not see.
Yes, yeah. You need to be able to. The thing about science is,
I'm not trying to do a Bible bash here, which I could.
No, but the thing about science is you're stripping away
all
all of the potential
robes that the card
issues, and you're going down to the bare mechanics of what it is you're trying to look at. That's why experiments are so sort of precise. You've got to make sure that you do everything in the right way so that you're removing any object of error. And then you have to repeat that test over and over and over and over again until you 100% know that you've got this pattern of data, we've got this many outliers, but from this pattern of data we can see that this is the way things are supposed to work, and these were probably fuck-ups that we did along the way. That's the way science works. A fuckload of what it is.
We translated into real life. Here's everything we did good, then we elected Starmer. Here's everything we did good, then we elected the person before. Pretty much we go along with that the whole time.
It just keeps going. But like the fact is,
coming, remember?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what they're for or anything, but I want to try and get Labour out again in some way, but not the Tories in. So I don't know who's left.
There's no one left.
But you have to get Reform in. It's the only one left.
It's brutal, but unfortunately, this entire country needs a complete political shift.
Burn the country to the ground.
So my country can be free.
So my country can be free.
We're gonna burn this motherfucker down.
Motherfucker down.
And we're gonna have a big party.
Then we'll have a big OG. And actually, Paul should be too into that. He'll be right in front.
Yeah.
I've got our cooking somebody. To be fair, man, he must have some vigor because he's got some kids.
Yeah.
And he's, you don't look at him and think he's got stamina.
No.
Actually, maybe
You don't look at him and
that's
think,
why he has so many kids. Actually, 'cause he
Yeah.
has the stamina.
yeah,
That's actually,
yeah, he spends most of his time in bed.
Just pops them out. He's got
Yeah.
no control either.
He can't stop himself.
But
I just have to spaff him out.
But the episode of Shameless where the guy couldn't come, and I'm like, yeah, that happens to everyone sometimes. It's not that big of a deal. And then they take him to the brothel place, and they're like, okay, well, we're going to stick this vibrating thing up his ass. And they're like, will it work? And then he comes all over the woman. They're like, I think it worked. But then he's like a crying, emotional mess then for like weeks after, and literally whenever she says anything to him, was nice to him, or even puts a hand on him, he just comes in the trousers straight away.
What the fuck was this?
Just
on?
like that.
What was that?
Shameless.
Shameless? The American or English one?
What are you talking about? American Shameless. We're not even trying to pretend it's not in just a Trailer Park Boys. That's American Shameless.
Yeah.
Trailer Park
I
Boys.
still haven't seen Trailer Park Boys.
I've seen bits of it, and I really didn't enjoy what I saw, to be honest with you.
Yeah, loads of. I've been told by a few people, oh, you got to watch Trailer Park Boys. Every time I try, it's just like, this is just weird.
I don't know, if I don't find it funny, you might though. Because we have.
It's
It
true.
is more stupid.
Yeah.
It might be more.
It might be more my vibe. I don't know. I've got to give it more of a shot, but I don't know if I can be bothered.
Yeah, I do think
Like I'm down with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's my kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
I can't believe there's another series. Actually,
It's crazy.
feels like it should be over by now.
Yeah,
But the series are so short as well, which is weird.
I think that's part of it though. It's
Yeah.
like we don't want to wear
Overdo it.
ourselves out on this. We want to be able to do other projects in between.
Yeah.
Like, but we don't want to stop because it's too much fun and we get to make whatever we want to make.
And ka-ching.
Yeah, and
Let's be fair,
ka-ching and
this was
fucking
probably more
fair
than
play.
anything.
But also, like they've literally said it's like we just keep doing it as well because we're like, well, this would be fun and that
They've
would be
always got
fun.
ideas on the table.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
and also that's by limiting the amount that they do in a series, it makes it able to stretch that out a bit longer. They have more time to think of more ideas. It just allows the show to be fresher for longer.
I sure remember hearing the Waterside episode was one.
That was so fucking good.
They had that on the table for
Yeah.
like series.
That was
just
so-
waiting for like. We got nothing to do for this episode.
Yeah, it was so fucking good. I love that
I don't even
episode.
remember it, to be honest, but I do remember.
My
that. I
favourite bit
enjoyed
is
it.
just literally Dennis teaching the little girl to
Yeah.
be like just as fucking smart as he is.
She was like doing him the whole time.
Yeah.
wasn't she?
Playing him the whole time. He's
Yeah.
like, clever girl. So fucking good,
I
man.
gotta say though, I don't think I'm a big fan of him anymore.
What, Dennis?
Oh well, no, not Dennis. So I got the wrong person. The one who co-writes it, that's in the Rex.
Oh, Charlie Day?
No, not him. I love him.
Oh,
Rob McElhenry or something like that.
yeah, Rob McElhenney, yeah.
Yeah, him. I don't know why.
Mm.
There's something about his face. I don't know. I don't like football.
He
though,
looks
so
like
maybe
that kid, the kid who played what's his face in The Sixth Sense.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to- he looks really weird when you see him now.
Yeah.
He was
But
in
if
The
you
Voice.
put them next to each other, they could be like brothers.
In a weird
You
way.
know what I mean?
Or maybe like brothers in the sense that you can imagine being twins, but one of them looks like they were the more dominant in the room, so they're a bit more malnourished and developed. Yeah, I see. Yeah. I thought that the other day I was watching a quiz show and they came up and I was just looking at the two guys, the host and the guy next to him, like that's exactly what they look like.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah.
come on, I'm ready to quiz.
I got all the nutrients.
20 years old, full of hope, you can still see it.
Yeah.
What's up? Watching that Tempted Fortune reality show where they get like 300 grand when they start,
Right.
basically, and there's a team of 12 of them, and but at the end of it, they've got like a 12 or no, something like a 16-day trek altogether across. I think this is Costa Rica. This one, like a 4 or like to 7 kilometer trek each day for like jungle and crazy areas,
Yeah.
And along the way, they have like temptations
Right.
where they'll get like offered like I don't know, like if they want the journey is too much, like they'll get offered like taxi rides. But then they'll also get offered like randomly they'll have built like a Chinese takeaway in the middle of this rainforest.
Do you want a Chinese?
It's like it'll only cost you what was it, $4.5 grand for 5 people to have a Chinese buffet. Ridiculous prices.
Yeah.
Like a spa,
Yeah.
Somebody spent like 10 grand on a little like hotel room for the night with a dinner.
I mean, to be fair, like I get it.
Oh, I get it.
I
yeah,
get it.
yeah.
It's not a bad shout.
And some of the stuff, it's like, when would you ever get the opportunity to do this? Like, they found a silent disco in the middle, in like at the shore.
In the middle of like,
Yeah, for like 450 quid for like all the drinks included.
oh, that one's an easy
food.
shout.
Yeah,
That's
some of them, it's
definitely.
like you should
But
do
that for
it.
them, it's because they know people are going to drink too much and they'll get TV out of it, so make it cheap.
That didn't happen too much. And more the next day, it was because they were all still too dead, most nights. It's when they're trying to function the next day. You know.
And can't survive because they're fucking falling to pieces. Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was quite funny. It's good though, man. Just seeing them bitch. Some of them don't want to spend anything, while they're there, because obviously everything they spend is less they leave with.
Yeah.
Um,
What's their starting value again?
300 grand.
I mean that you've got work. You can play with that.
Yeah, I think at the moment though, they've still got like not half of it. They're over halfway now. But they've spent like over 120 grand, which is a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
But
is it a group activity thing?
It's a group, yeah, because
that would be annoying for me. Because what if you're one of the people who wants to just keep on going and get the money?
Exactly, yes, that's where the arguments come
It's
from.
like, for fuck's sake, guys, can we stop? Can we just do this? Can we just?
Because that's what, and also our next little part is like there was one woman that was just spending loads constantly. She was crap, and she was rich too. She didn't even need to be there.
Yeah.
And in the end, like she decided to leave after spending loads, but when somebody leaves, it takes 30 grand out of the
for
thing
fuck's
anyway.
sake.
And I've worked it out that I think 25 they lose, and then 5 grand like an exit fee.
Right.
Which I think 25 grand when it started, because I think it was 12 people actually, would have been what they would have got roughly each.
Right.
So it must work out so it goes down,
Yeah, it goes down by the amount of the person.
The first guy was forced to leave for medical stuff, so they didn't take off the 5 grand exit fee. So I'm like, that must be why, because it works out there.
I would get so angry. I'd just be like, can you stop spending my fucking money?
But then over time, you've got like the posh guy who's like, why would I stab people in the back for a measly 4 grand? I mean, what am I going to do with 4 grand? I'm here to not spend anything. 4 grand? What's that?
Fucking cunt.
He's like 20 though, he doesn't understand it. He realised later what he was saying and how some people would he did clock on, like, in all fairness. I was like, yeah, fair play, man.
Do you have anywhere I can...
No, I do not in any manner own an ashtray, sir. It's not one thing. I like smoking. I like marijuana.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
You just like to throw it on the floor.
Allegedly.
CBD.
Yeah.
CBD.
Sometimes, you know what? I'll go with the flow. I'll give in to peer pressure. There you go. You can use...
Oh, thank you.
I suppose you could call it a tray for ash.
Yeah. CBD, BBD.
I killed somebody called... Well, actually, I'm going to rephrase it, actually. We broke somebody as a group.
All right.
Somebody we know called Ash, his friend. I can't remember his name now. I think it was Matt or something like that.
Right.
One of our big nights out when we had like a lot of people out. I think it was one of the bigger nights out when there was a good like 60 of us out. Like, it was weird. During college times, we used to have these big like giant get-togethers with all our lot and then the extended lot and then all the college people, because everyone in the college group got together for some reason. So we had these giant extended nights.
Yeah, that was never a thing that really... Well, I suppose it might have been a thing that happened near me and I just didn't know about it because I was never in the cool crowd.
Well, it was just one crowd, that's what I'm saying.
Right, the whole thing was just one crowd.
The only connections that weren't really there would be between like all us rockery alternative people and then the girly girls. But the one connection was that I was seeing the like main girly girl, so it all kind of came together still anyway, naturally my penis just brings people together, what can I say?
Can't be helped.
But
Cannot be
this
helped.
day one of the friends came down with us and Hippie man, if that's you listening, then drop a comment about this too. I think you were there when basically we was rolling down the road for some reason by this Coxmore's golf club. Was rolling on the ground for some reason, drunk in the road, and then the one guy thought he could somehow run and jump over us, and basically just ran, clocked us completely. And I was one of the people lying down. I just saw him fly over and then land like on his head and keep going on his head, and then he just kind of popped up suddenly. Though we were like, "Oh shit!" And he just kind of popped up out of nowhere. Though he was like, "Wah!" Arms flailing everywhere, running all around, and then he ran to where he was going to the little bridge to get down to the tiny little bridge to a tiny little kind of stream almost, and then off into the canal. It's an easy, like, little jump to do. He buckled it completely at the beginning.
We probably should have let him.
He fell into the stream. Instantly, he was like covered. He was like, ah! And then just ran off into the golf course, flailing his arms. That was genuinely the last time I've ever seen him.
Holy shit!
Apparently, the friend asked the one that we knew from the college, whose friend it was, and said he found him eventually on that night because he went off to get him.
But someone had to. Yeah, fuck, Jesus.
I'm sorry, I don't know why it wasn't a group activity that we all went off to get him.
Yeah.
I think it's because he went off so quick and everybody else was such a drunken.
Yeah, it's
he
like, there's
wasted
no
by
way
this point.
I can't get him. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do anything in this situation. I'm just going to get myself hurt.
God knows why. I don't know. I can't remember the group how it went after that.
Mother of God.
The only bit I remember was just that image of him flying over me. Because there was two of us
Just
lying next
fucking
to us. I don't know if he thought he could jump it all and just fucked it completely, and then from there,
like
the rest
he's
of
been
it happened
thrown
very
out
quickly.
of the house in Bel Air.
Yeah.
My Uncle Phil.
There you go. That's the right kind of line, you know. I don't know how it happened. I think that was the same night as well when a girl made the choice, if like you're gonna be in like a field or something drinking.
Yeah.
You would normally go to the side of like a bush or something out the way and have a piss.
Oh
Rather than,
God! I thought he was going to say to be sick.
no, for a girl to have a piss, rather than just stand around everyone, squat down, like kind of behind everybody, but still nothing in front of you, and then shouting out, "Everyone, I'm having a wee. Don't look." Why are you looking at me, you pervert?
Because the minute you say everyone goes, what? Don't look. You already fucking said it.
I remember there was somebody being really douchey that night as well, and we managed to get them back with the first ever drop kick Jaffa cake.
The what the fuck?
The first ever drop kick Jaffa cake.
Did you kick a Jaffa cake into someone's face?
No, a Jaffa cake
Right.
is when you when you crouch down behind somebody, you shout Jaffa cake, and somebody like pushes whoever's in. You'd crouch down behind somebody, and whoever's in front of them, you'd shout Jaffa cake, and they'd be like, "Oh, push him," and then you'd fall over them.
But someone drop kicked.
But with that, with a drop kick. It was rambunctious.
That is fucking ridiculous. That is fucking A&E level shit.
I got drop kicked in the head by New I think he had nothing. He was fine.
What the fuck is wrong?
He was
with
on
your
grass.
friend?
He was fine. Like, that wasn't on purpose. That was an accident. To be fair, that was the evil hippie. Then we set the play park on fire.
There's so many drop kicks happening around you when you were a kid. Do you know how many drop kicks happened when I was in
college,
kid?
but
Yeah, you know how many drop kicks happened around me?
No.
Precisely 5. That was it.
Oh, 5 still a good amount. Yeah, that's one hand.
And they were all done by my mate Foosh.
I can't say that I could count 5 drop kicks.
Well, not against people.
I know there
though.
would have been
He would
more.
just drop kick other stuff.
Oh, okay. We went through
drop kick a motherfucker.
We went through a habit for a while of just trying to drop kick each other when we were out drinking. It happened for a while.
Oh, the back of my head hurts.
It would be an idea of just whenever people weren't looking, you just try and run up and drop kick them.
Just drop kick a motherfucker.
Not like a standing drop kick. I'm on about like a running drop kick.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
I don't think we really understood whiplash too well back then.
Fucking Jesus
To be fair.
Christ.
We did a lot of dumb shit that I'm really surprised we didn't get hurt by.
Oh, Jesus.
I saw somebody like, when you swing like over like, those big huge swings. We had like a canal, like a big dirt kind of way up to like the fieldy bit.
Yeah.
And there was all trees that hung over, and there was like a big giant rope swing we built.
Right.
And that we were swinging over the one day. And I remember my mate just swinging off, and he just snapping as soon as he got the furthest out, and him just coming straight down and just slamming on his ass on the concrete. Didn't even manage to make it to the water to get a bit wet.
Oh, no.
We've gone climbing over like the tiny pipes that go all the way across them and that.
Oh, yeah.
Gone like we made boats and all that shit. And I have personally never, or none of that main personal close 5 of us, ever fell in the canal.
I had to. I remember having to jump into the River Avon to get an oar back at one point.
Oh yeah.
because a motherfucker dropped it when we were in a boat, and I had to leave my phone, jump in, and I was down there for a while.
Were you thinking I could leave it,
Yeah.
or
It's gonna cut. It would cost me money to get it, and I'm not paying money for a fucking horse, so fuck this shit. I'm getting that horse.
yeah. I mean, we would have never paid money for anything back then.
But like when I jumped in, I hit the bottom, and the bottom just immediately fired up a load of silt and shit.
Yeah, not surprising.
And oh my god, the fucking smell, dude! And you're like literally in the bubbling of it, and you're
we know what's it. We know what's in there now in those bloody canals.
Yeah, we know what the fuck's in there.
The only time I
And
will
back
say,
then there was a shitload of just goose shit anyway. So like, on top of the human shit. Yeah,
well, it depends what was there first, really.
probably both.
Yeah, well, I said which was on top.
Yeah.
But
I remember taking a shit in the river once. That was fun.
really, I've never taken a shit in the river.
Yeah, it's fun. Poo sticks, bro. Just watch it float on down
that's
the
a good
river.
way. Yeah, if you've got enough fibre, at least, anyway. Otherwise, you fuck straight away.
Yeah, just straight down.
Yeah. I need to do some training before I did that kind of poo stick.
Yeah.
But we're gonna say that.
All right.
Yeah. But the only time any of us ever had to do anything in the canal, though, I will say, was when one friend at the group managed to gain immunity from rolling for life,
Okay.
because we had a grind we really liked, and the one of us dropped it into this stream we was by, but it was like straight up by a sewage pipe, and it was straight up. You could smell it and that.
Yeah.
And he went elbow deep to get it, and to this day, he has never had to roll a slip again.
That's legit.
I mean,
That's,
we only stopped.
that's
We only
legit.
probably carried on smoking for like 3 years after that, as a group. Them,
But
as well.
still.
But he still never had to roll.
Yeah.
And to be honest, nobody ever wanted him to roll.
No.
Some people just aren't natural rollers.
You know, I've got a mate who was smoking way before I did. Still cannot roll to this day.
I don't get it.
Everything he rolls is like, you know those old jeans that you used to get in 2000s, the fucking giant fucking flare leg jeans,
like
one of those,
the full flare leg over the top skater one.
Yeah,
I
like
had a pair of
that,
them.
but a joint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's all over the place. It's flopping around on itself as you smoke it. You can see it like breathe with you.
We got a friend who would always could never help but always rolled whales.
Oh fucking hell, yeah.
You know, and it's like it goes up and then it suddenly gets tighter again. Man.
Like a cartoon one.
You know, I should probably mention what the general topic was. You know, I'm gonna not do all of, because I didn't want to do them all anyway.
Yeah.
But it was gonna be because of what I was telling you earlier about the sentencing stuff. I was like, you know what other bloody stupid crap can you get sent to prison for in England?
It turns out
/
there's probably
UK?
quite a lot. I
I
imagine.
find, I'm gonna have to knock the list down.
Yeah.
There'll be some honourable mentions. That'll be a better
Of
way,
course,
but,
yeah.
Like, okay, I tell you what, straight away I'll give you an honourable mention, just because I know this is not on the other list. You see, so honourable little mention for you here: handling salmon in suspicious circumstances can get you
Circumstances that relate to salmon. Exactly.
Well, I mean, first of all, it's all open to debate, of course. Any salmon, any salmon-related incidents, we can all agree to that.
Circumstances, suspicious circumstances when dealing with
Specifically-
salmon.
And let's just clarify as well, though, before we go any further. Specifically, look, the Salmon Act. of
What about those men
1906.
over there? They're looking rather suspicious over by that bank. Don't worry about it. They're only being suspicious near a bank. We need to be paying attention to those gentlemen over there at the fish market. He's being very suspicious around that salmon.
I think you might be actually pretty near to it, because I think it might actually be protecting us from the salmons themselves.
Oh.
I think they are actually, in fact, the
Right.
gangsters.
The salmon are the problem.
Well, I didn't want to say it, but
I got 99 problems and the salmon are one.
salmon are about 97 of them, to be honest with you, man.
It's just fucking salmon holocaust.
It was created to prevent any illegal activities within the salmon business. The law prohibits engaging in any suspicious circumstances while dealing with this particular species.
But why only salmon? Is it fine to be suspicious with chickens?
Well, no. We're talking about fish here. Let's be realistic.
All right. Is it fine to be suspicious with cod?
Yes, now you get it. Yeah.
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 Is it okay to be suspicious with cod? If you're walking around town, looking in restaurants and staring at people and flapping a fish and then putting it under your coat and walking away, that's fine. You do it with a salmon, police are going to be called.
Are you going to arrest every single chipping man that gives you a suspicious glance? 'Cause I'm not.
That's true. They
I
all
don't think
do.
the police will either.
They all do.
Yeah, well, that takes haddock out of the way.
Yeah.
That takes place
Mhm.
possibly out of the way.
Yeah.
That takes roe out of the way. The best
Yeah.
fish of all kind, the tinned one specifically.
Roe is eggs. You know that, right?
You say it like it's a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
It's a large amount of squashed fish eggs.
Yeah, usually into a tin.
Hence the tin roe
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
I'm not actually a fan of fresh roe. It's not the same. It doesn't taste as nice.
It's
to me.
well, fresh
Too
roe is
fishy.
essentially caviar.
Yeah.
I fucking love me some caviar.
I love me some common ass roe.
I like
Out of
roe.
a
I like me some roe.
I pop that shit out, scrape the jelly off,
Yeah.
put it into pasta,
Yeah.
with beetroot, cheese. That's nice, trust me.
Nice.
PCB,
Do you ever
pasta,
do you
cheese,
fuck
and
with a
beetroot.
fish cake?
Baby,
Do you ever fuck with a fish cake?
What?
What do you mean? Why? Fish cakes are fucking delicious.
I've got some mushy fish here. What can I add to this? Oh, potato.
Yeah.
Because I can't be arsed to.
Mate,
It's
Aldi.
basically like people that can't be bothered to eat a chip and then a fish.
Aldi and Lidl do some fucking serious fish.
Only a
cakes.
little. It's fucking 99%
They've got
potato.
They've got they've got the like the classy ones, right? They've got
So you even
chorizo.
got posh when you go to the
Yeah, bro. They've got chorizo in them. They've got fucking
fish
cheese in them.
cake.
With the fish cake stuff as well.
Oh,
It's
fish
so
cake,
good, dude.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that sounds like a bad
It
thing.
starts with a
I like
fish cake. They
whatever
just
that
add other
is.
shit to it.
Yeah, I like what that is.
Yeah.
Not a fish cake. Unless it's like, I don't know, some kind of triple layered Matilda fish cake.
Oh, well.
So I did that.
Yeah.
Nothing really, because it
Nothing.
didn't really work
No.
too well. What do you mean, no? You're like, yeah, man. Yeah, my podcast partner. Everything you say, fucking hilarious. You know what? Everything you say, fucking moderate.
Yeah. Accurate.
Hilarious. So that was, just a little, whet your appetite there. A little,
A sousson.
Nahu?
A sousson.
What's a sousson?
It's a French word.
Oh, I don't like them French people.
No.
You know why?
Because they're French.
I was actually asking because I've been trying to figure it out. I was asking
That's
my
it.
Psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just the reason. I think it's fair.
I think it's fair. And again, the French hate us.
I don't blame them.
And we're fine with that. That's the relationship we have.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I would look at us and be confused too.
Yeah.
Like everything that's happening right now, and so many people are not talking about the things that we've already talked about today, but they are talking about Walker's crisps.
Actually, speaking of which, did you see in French politics,
Okay, we'll get back to the Walker's crisps.
there's a lady called Marianne Le Pen.
Is this the one that was running for president? Or
Yeah, she was.
wanted to?
Yeah, and she's a hard right candidate, like
And the hard right, which one is that again?
almost Nazi.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
I was on the most attractive Nazi.
but she's almost Nazi, right?
Right.
And they've decided that the way to deal with it is to ban her from being able to run.
I did see
Now.
that. How could they just do that?
There must be some charge that they've tried to level against her that's worked. But the fact is, silencing people like that is very rarely a good idea. It never usually works. It almost always backfires.
Yeah.
Because people then start going, what is it that they're saying that you don't want me to say?
Yeah.
And even if you're doing it for the right reasons, it's not going to work.
Yeah, I think it just most time gives them more power when you're
does.
trying to silence things.
It does.
You need to let people talk, let people. That's just an idea that's really just been lost so much since the uni students started going crazy and people listened to them and forgot that they're idiot kids.
Yeah.
I was one of them most of the time I was saying it too.
I've seen things occasionally.
Not a
where
university student because I'm not stupid enough to lose on my money.
Yeah.
For no reason.
I've
No
seen
offense.
various things where there's apparently a shift in the generation below us where they're like, oh, actually, no, we kind of get we were maybe pushing it a bit too far and it's annoying.
Yeah.
I
I do feel like that's coming more.
I think it is because again, it's like when you're really young, you see the world in a very idealistic way. Everything's black and white.
And it should, sorry to interrupt as well, it should be kind of our generation getting to that older age as well now, like we are, the 30,
Yeah.
40 and that, the more like,
Yeah.
we're the elders now.
Yeah.
We're old enough to be president almost,
Yeah.
But carry on, sorry.
No, but like genuinely, it's one of those things where as you get older, you start realizing that the world is not black and white. It's very grayscale. There's so many things that are that shouldn't be illegal that should be illegal that aren't, that that the things that you're thinking are normal, for lack of a what the fuck is going on over here? Right.
So I'm guessing, two people.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that makes sense. So that means two each, yeah. I'd assume it's. Let's not put those on the thing.
Yeah, I'm just going to get the way. I'm just going to check that one. And then
Yeah.
No, then. But carry on.
But yeah. What was I saying?
About how you were trying to explain about how impossible it is to try and comprehend the aura being near me.
No. No, I can't. The fact is that the world gets more complicated as you get older, and it doesn't seem to get any less complicated. Nothing gets better. Everything gets more difficult. You always have more responsibilities laid on you, even if you don't want them. So work as quickly as you can at the things you want to, and fuck everyone else. What else is there to say? And I think that's the mentality that people are starting to realize more, is that no one's going to help you, not in this world. And the only way you can realistically hope to move yourself forward is by relying on yourself and making something for yourself. Now, it doesn't matter what that is. Maybe you just, you've learned to be a roofer. Well, don't roof for someone else. Fucking do it for yourself. Earn that money, because there's someone above you making way more money than you off of the amount of hours that you're doing than you are. And that's just a fact. If you're not running your own business, someone else is making money off of your work. It's the way it works, And, people give you opportunities, that's fine. But don't expect those opportunities to stay. There's that quote that I've talked about a few times with Jim Carrey, where he talks about his dad in a commencement speech. And if you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. It's fucking brilliant. But he talks about his dad basically being an accountant and thinking, this is a safe job. I'm going to protect my family with this. I'm going to be able to earn enough money to keep this going. I'm going to earn enough money to live a good life and put my kids through college and things like that, because I'll be an accountant. Yeah, because I'm an accountant. I'm going to be earning 70 grand a year. It's fine. Back in the fucking 80s. No. This is Jim Carrey's dad.
You're telling him Jim Carrey's dad's plan?
Yeah, because Jim Carrey's dad wanted to be a comedian just like Jim Carrey, but he was like, no, I'm going to be an accountant because it's the safe thing to do. And then he got fired, and he couldn't get a decent job again. He ended up scraping by, and it's like, you can fail at something that you hate doing, so why not try doing something you love? Is what Jim Carrey said in his speech.
I mean, yeah, it's more fun failing at something you like doing.
Yeah,
unless it's getting an erection, I guess. You never want to fail at that.
Remember as well, like, failure is just success training.
You've reading some motivational quotes?
Yeah, I am.
I'll get you a picture of a kitten on a washing line.
To be fair, legit, I think that is one of the only ones that's true.
What?
Of that motivational crap. It's like, failure is just a way to learn how to do it better next time.
Yeah, I mean, to be obviously, like, failure is totally like just a learning experience, man. You have to fail over and over to get anywhere.
Yeah,
it is literally part of it.
Yeah,
if you're not failing something, you're not trying at it.
No,
It's a little bit off like normal though, but only like 0.3 on each one.
Yeah.
But if it's anything,
It is what it
proper
is.
stuff.
We'll figure it out later.
I think from the looks of it, I think it should be fine in that case.
Yeah. Good old CBD.
You know what? There's so many things in the world, and THC is just not one of them.
No.
I just love me some pure, straight up, non-THC inclusive CBD.
Yeah.
They're the only 3 letters I want.
That's what I
That
want.
and BBC. I want to pay a license to watch my TV.
Yeah.
That's a stupid.
Even if
too.
you don't want to watch that bullshit.
Yeah. To be fair, if you don't watch live, that's I think something you do. Any live
Yeah.
TV, actually, even if it's not on BBC. Yeah.
They're not allowed to just come into your house, though, right? You know that. They're not police.
Yeah, no one's allowed to come into your house.
If they say, "Can I come inside and see if you're watching TV?"
Yeah,
you can just go, "No."
Yeah, it's very hard for them to enforce it nowadays. And there are apparently a lot of things being looked at to try and change it anyway now, with that not being a thing full stop
Yeah.
anymore.
The license fee is bullshit. The license fee is fucking bullshit. I'm sorry, it is.
And I think BBC are, kind of getting in trouble for not doing some of the stuff they should do if they're going to be that kind of a thing.
If you're going to be the quote unquote independent, public funded, public forward thing, then maybe fucking act like it, and then you'll get the money. But no, you're not acting like it at the moment. You're acting like a fucking mouthpiece of the fucking millionaires and the fucking billionaires and the cunts in power, and that's all you are.
I mean, I enjoy a mouthpiece in the sense of what a nice piece of mouth can do.
Yeah.
But I don't look at people in the government and think that's a nice bit of mouth.
No,
right there.
no.
I look at some of them and think that's a nice head of hair right there.
So I look at some of them and I think
normally because it's a wig.
I look at some of them and I think they're a bit mouthy. You know.
I've never seen a woman personally, but
there's mouthy men.
Yeah, obviously.
They're usually short.
That's very
unfortunately, sorry guys.
Energy.
Yeah.
Little dick energy and little man syndrome are very similar.
Yeah.
It's very hard to figure out which is which. Probably because normally, just by process of size.
It's surprising how many short movie stars there are.
Yeah.
Like proper movie stars.
Yeah, the ones that hide it.
Yeah, not. I mean, yeah, some hide it. Some are just well known for it, like Tom Cruise, who still hides it. But everyone knows.
Yeah, everybody knows. But you can't tell him that.
Yeah, no. He'll stand on a box all day.
Maybe everybody knows but him in that case. He still thinks every single actor who's coming across is abnormally tall. For some reason.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably got enough people around him to tell him that's true, that he believes it. You know what I mean?
I still utterly love that quote. It's one thing so I like some of his weirdness, just for the fact that he would do Tropic Thunder if he could dance and have big hands.
Yeah.
But, see, that's the kind of weirdness I can get behind.
Yeah.
Every now and then, if somebody pulls at that kind of level, I'm like, all right, there's something to work with here.
Yeah.
I can do something with it.
Yeah. You're willing to have a laugh. It's cool.
Yeah. I can get entertained with it.
Mm-hmm.
But absolutely.
He's excited to try it. So, what more weird fucking stories have come out of the law stuff?
Well, I mean, there's more here. Do you want to do some of them?
I'll do a couple. Yeah.
You can start us off in the. There is a list of 20 here, so
I'll just go through this list.
Yeah. We don't need to go through them all. If you look at one and you think, I'm not
flying a kite in a public space.
They're so short. You still missed one.
What?
Still missed one.
Did I? Oh, it's illegal to carry planks of wood along a pavement unless there is an intention of it being unloaded from a vehicle. You can't just be transporting wood around, you weirdo. Walking it around town like a fucking whore.
That's it. I mean, who's to say though? I'm getting to. This might be a running theme through some of these, I reckon.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if there's been a misunderstanding of the language.
I think this feels more like someone made a law based on watching a Charlie Chaplin movie.
Right.
Where someone kept on getting hit by wooden planks.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, we can't have this. Quickly, make a law. Can't have this Chaplin bloke walking around causing all this havoc.
You could be right. Did it specifically say wood or planks?
Oh, it's wooden planks.
Okay, because see, I'm unsure now, then actually, for different reasons.
Yeah.
prefer you out because you're one.
Yeah.
Also, I'm like, is it we're just misunderstanding that they were actually talking about exercise? You can't just drop down in the middle of the street
Who
and
knows?
do a plank for 5 minutes.
You can't.
Because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, people trip on them.
That's what they do.
You can't trip someone over.
You can't do a trip on a person.
There's a place and a time for that, and it's not the middle of the street while there's an old woman trying to take her ferry home.
What? Quite right. Oh, this is gone. I got it.
I haven't got a finger on there.
All
So
right.
it should be, I don't think.
Flying a kite in a public space is technically illegal.
I hadn't said my other theory yet.
Oh.
The other theory
All
with
right.
the other one is
All right.
like, if you're talking about wood, is it specifically no walking around town with a giant erection?
No, this is planks. And
But-
unless you've had a very unpleasant operation.
Maybe that's why.
Don't be
Nobody
walking around with your sliced penis.
Nobody wants to see that. You're scaring the children.
My God, look at it.
Won't somebody please think of the children? And then now arrest him for being naked, thinking about children.
Yeah. Think about that.
Exactly, yeah. There we go. No, go on, sorry. Yeah. I'll stop enjoying now. Oh,
Yeah, flying a kite in a public space is technically illegal, which is, fair play. I fucking hate that shit.
Did it have any explanation at all? Or
People flying kites just wandering around like, look at me. Yeah, it flies, it
It's
flies.
a very strange thing, to be fair, because, it's not an accomplishment, is it?
No.
It's like walking outside and...
Look at the wind. Like, yep.
It's like walking outside and pissing into the wind, isn't it?
There's people who get those action kites. Have you seen those?
Yeah, but they're really like...
That is a different
Have you
vibe.
ever had sex?
That is a different vibe. It's definitely a vibe of like, hey, look what I do when I'm at a festival and everyone thinks I'm cool, but everyone's actually just going, I'm just gonna give that a bit of a wide berth because I don't want to get caught up in the fucking Jesus Christ, you cunt! What are you doing?
One of the words that we always say, and
Immediately gets us
for.
demonetized. Yeah.
No, demonetized, just unalgorithmed.
Oh yeah.
Well, not algorithmed.
Why do I keep saying that word?
Oh
yeah, because I'm a person who says things.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, man. No, there's plenty of words we would have said before both of
That
us
would have stopped it.
that would have already
Yeah.
that's just one of the
Yep.
words that I've probably been around women a lot more.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
people hearing straight away.
I
Like,
don't-
someone's gonna moan.
I don't have a problem. I don't think you can have a problem, technically, with calling someone a cunt if you can call them a cock.
Yeah.
Or a dick.
Well, that's why I sometimes.
It's genital for genital.
That's why when I go to something that I would call a guy a dickhead for, I call
Yeah.
him a clithead.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I do sometimes try and use the term grow some ovaries.
Oh, I like that.
You know what I mean?
Just call him hysterical too.
Yeah.
That's never. Women don't like that.
No.
A lot of women don't understand where that comes from because they use it themselves sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not that clever. I only learned recently, and I'm not even completely sure if I remember correctly.
I've made that sketch based around it.
Remind me then.
There's a sketch that I've written.
The hysteria and all
Yeah,
that,
yeah. And
hysterectomy and all that, isn't it?
it's not even that. It's also about the fact that they used to say that hysteria was made from women having an overactive, like sexual libido, and the only way to fix it was with electric dildos. Yeah. So we're just gonna fucking vibe her clitoris for about an hour, and then she'll be fine.
What a time to be alive, though, and being a scientist. Your job is to get women off.
That's literally what my sketch is. It's literally about this pervy doctor who's
Oh,
just
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
fucking get everyone in and try and vibe them to fucking death.
Like he was not, little known fact. He was also the first ever anesthesiologist. I can't
Oh,
remember.
anesthesiology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Putting people to sleep, touching them. Okay.
Yeah,
Anything? Yeah.
seems to be the way.
It is easier, to be honest. A lot less screaming. On me.
I mean,
Don't look at me. I'm not beautiful.
what the fuck is going on now? You having a moment?
That's just what I'm saying.
Oh,
Jordan.
right.
It's just my sex noises,
Oh yeah, that's just your sweet talk.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Those are the sweet nothings you whisper.
I'm one of those people, that every time I ejaculate, I have to cry as well. uncontrollably. Actually,
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, you look like the type.
yeah. Sometimes it turns me on to go for rant too. Though it's weird. Don't know what happened there. Don't think of my childhood, I guess.
Yeah, well, you know.
Got another local there actually. If the thing is gone, it should be a
A what?
passcode.
Oh,
Yeah, nip.
where is it?
That one. Look, just go like this. An R, a lowercase r, all along. Yeah.
Nice. Taxis can't transport rabid dogs, and drivers have an obligation to ask passengers if they have smallpox or the plague.
Well, there's a lot in that. Yeah. They're very much virus based. So I assume taxi drivers must be trained in identifying rabies first.
Of course, yeah, they're all
Rabies.
trained vets.
That's rabies.
Yeah, they're all
rabies.
trained vets. They all carry a kit.
So
Yeah.
that's fair. We've all seen that. Every time you get
Yeah.
into a car, you
Rabies,
see...
the most common virus that you can come across in the UK.
Yeah. Especially in dogs and in a taxi.
Yeah.
All kind of the most. It's a breeding ground.
Oh, it turns out also corpses cannot be transported in taxis because of health concerns.
I mean, that one makes more sense.
It does.
I don't know when that would probably happen.
I don't think a rabid dog would end up being in a taxi either.
Wait, does that mean if somebody dies in a taxi, then the taxi driver's got to chuck them out?
Immediately. Just open the door and do a hard right.
Feels like they must. Yeah, they've probably got a built-in ejector button for it.
That would be amazing. Just you're driving along and just a corpse comes flying out across the A46.
I feel like that's happened in a film. There might be Bad Boys where they're throwing. No, there's not a thing where they throw coffins at people. They throw cars at people.
Well,
somebody throws coffins at someone.
Yeah.
I thought if I was going to throw something at someone to really make them leave me alone,
it'd be a body.
A coffin with a body in it.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good start.
I've always planned it when I used to go out taking a dog like for a walk and that. If ever got started on by a big group of people, I used to always be like, I know exactly what I do. The dog would always shit really early as well into the walk. So I just take it out, like, hey, it's time, and just start smearing it on my hands and be like, who's first?
What the fuck?
You do that kind of shit, man. No one's going to mess with you. You start smearing shit on your hands and then getting excited about touching them. They ain't coming near you.
They ain't going to go anywhere near you.
Would you?
No.
There you go.
There we are. It's just
like they say if
fuck
I know,
no, please.
I was going to say, like, when a girl's going to get like rapided, they are told. I don't know what I'm trying now. They are told to piss themselves to scare to ick out the attacker. That's like our version of that. Quite a serious matter, to be honest.
It is rumoured that placing a postage stamp bearing the monarch's head upside down is treason.
Oh my god damn.
Yeah. It means death to them. Fuck them.
Well, treason.
What if you're just blind as fuck? You don't know which way round it is.
Do you have to buy another one then?
Just make sure you put all of them down in every rotation you can.
I feel you still defacing it, then. Like rubbing it in their faces.
Yeah.
So you can't. I'm assuming that's probably the same thing as well included, where you can't draw on banknotes and shit.
Right. Did you know it's illegal to be found drunk in a pub or on licensed premises in England and Wales?
That makes sense, because why would you ever be drunk in a pub?
It costs too much.
Well, do you mean like?
It's like £5 a pint. I'm not getting pissed at a pub. Fuck that.
No, but I mean, yeah,
I'm going to buy a six-pack at home.
Wait, I'm confused. I know you can buy alcohol and drink it in a pub, but why would you then be found drunk in the pub? That don't make any sense.
What do you mean?
I think that law makes perfect sense. I think you don't make any sense.
Oh, right, I see. I see what's happening. Yeah. Jesus, that took me a while.
It took me a while to be honest with you. It wasn't your fault. That was all me. All me.
Section 12 of the Licensing Act of 1872 declares that it is an offence for every person found drunk on a highway or other public place, whether a building or not, or any licensed premises. You're not allowed. Don't be being drunk, you pauper.
Do you reckon that they might have put these in place during like Prohibition? They were like, you know what, we're going to join the Americans, and then just forgot to.
Maybe. I mean, it was a bit before Prohibition.
Yeah.
By about
When was it?
34 years.
Oh, okay. Well, Prohibition then.
Prohibition was like turn of the century.
Oh, it was like early 1900s.
Yeah. Like, well, 1910s,
Yeah,
1920s,
yeah.
things like that.
Was it after World War One?
Yeah, it was after World War One, so it must have been like 20s.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that
So
sounds
50
right,
issues.
actually. That sounds
50
right,
issues,
actually.
yeah. You cannot walk cows down the street in daylight in England.
You have to wait till it's night time,
Fucking right you do.
where they can be seen properly.
Yeah. Yeah. How dare you walk your cow, look at you with that sultry ass looking
Do they have
cow.
to keep them on the muzzle, do you reckon?
Now I have to try and hide my erection because your cow's walking through town.
God, imagine the fucking size of the poop bags they must have to carry around. It's literally a roll of black bags.
Fucking hell. Just scooping it up.
Taking your cow for a walk.
Yeah.
And apparently, little fact too.
Oh. Cow poop fact.
No, actually,
Coming to
horses.
you. Oh.
But it made me think of it. Milking a horse, apparently, not worth it.
No. Cool. Okay. Members of Parliament cannot wear any armour inside Parliament quarters.
I think that's right, personally.
I think that's fair.
Because if they're going to have a duel with somebody, then it needs to be an even keel.
Oh, I just thought if someone's going to shoot them, I hope they go down. I don't mean that. That's a fucking joke. You have to say that
Allegedly.
now in the UK, because if you don't immediately follow it up with that, someone will knock on your door.
You could. They could. If they wanted to.
Legit, that will happen.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's like
that is
North
an actual
fucking
thing.
Korea. Shaking your rug.
It'd be a
in
way
the
to
street.
start your comedy career, though. Like, you could get some publicity out of being arrested.
I could.
For being funny
I
online.
could. Shaking your rug in the street is illegal.
That sounds like a euphemism. I'm not gonna lie.
It does, and all of these sound like euphemisms. It sounds like they've made a bunch of laws for things that were genuine problems, but they didn't have the heart to put the words down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Actually, yeah, I'm with you.
I don't think I can write it down. It seems too off. Let's just call it shaking your rug.
Touching your plank.
We all know what we mean by that, don't we? Shaking your rug.
Walk the plank, sir. Touch my rug on the plank. Yeah. So
Yeah. Do you want to take a
I can take
over? Take over now.
Yeah. Okay.
Back to your control, sir.
So, my wife, a quick shakedown would be harmless, but it is breaking the law. Section 60 of the Metropolitan Police Act, 1839.
Fucking Met, really?
Yeah.
They carry guns. You don't want to be fucking with them.
Oh, they had.
You fucking shake your rug, get shot by a 9mm.
Oh yeah, all these ones you said earlier. I didn't hear some of it, but I realised now the day she said about the axe in them. They've all actually got the axe.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
Yeah. Yes, it's almost as if someone put an article together and we're just reading it.
Well, thank you very much. I looked at multiple articles and then I figured out the best one that worked, and then I was like, "That'll do."
Yeah.
We did only have like an hour or so to get a topic together.
Also, sometimes we do just sort of vibe, you know.
Well, up until like late last night, I thought I was going to be complaining about the sentencing council thing the whole time because, like I didn't think that would happen, that they would turn it around, especially not that quick. I thought it was going to be a whole debate, a whole long drawn out thing, but no.
No, they changed that pretty quick.
And then let's look at other laws that haven't changed.
Yeah.
Is what I was thinking.
I'm not taking the piss, by the way. I do genuinely, quite a lot of my things just come from articles as well.
Oh,
so that's what we do here, guys.
Where we want to put the story together, we do. But sometimes we would just be lying and writing into our own list if we didn't. And it's just more honest. This list is primarily from EM Law, apart from some of the earlier ones. Whales or sturgeons, which I'm not completely sure what a sturgeon is, to be honest with you.
I think it's it's a fish.
It's like a big old fish.
Yeah.
I'm guessing not a mammal or anything.
No, it's a fish. Yeah.
But whales or sturgeons need to be offered to the reigning monarch when they become beached.
What?
Mr. King, Willie has washed up on the beach. He is now a gift to you.
What does he want to do with it?
What's that got to do with
What's happening with Wales that we don't know? Is that why he's called the Prince of Wales?
Oh my God! See, you're getting it now.
Is that why he was that the entire time before he became king? He's just going to fucking Wales beached on the ground, goes in, he sucks out their life force, and they says, he died.
Funny enough, you bang on there, or as they've been referring to it in the media, cancer treatment.
Is that how it's done?
Not normally
Whale souls
for him,
Oh.
for the Prince of Wales.
To be fair, he did run a car on red wine.
Yeah.
So
I mean, so did Jeremy Clarkson, I think. But
they'd
run it on some random shit.
Yeah, they ran it on like grown fuel that they did on Top Gear at one point. But like legit, who the fuck is running their car on wine?
It must be some strong ass nasty wine.
Yeah.
I've had homemade wine. That shit ain't nice.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, you have to be really good at it.
We do have to try Is it Bucks Fast or something at some point? No, Bucks Fast.
What's that?
So, or Buckfast. It's a Scottish wine. It's a fortified wine, so it's like 14 or 15%, something like that. No, more than that. It's like 20%. Right. And then it's also got caffeine in it. It's apparently like at the heart of most sort of domestic abuse cases in fucking Scotland.
What's it called again?
Buckfast.
Buck like that.
Tonic wine. There it is. Yeah.
So they can see what he's going to
That's
do.
it. That's the stuff.
I don't
Buckfast.
Okay, what is this stuff? I don't. Oh, is it that one? That one.
That's the one.
Oh yeah, that's black one.
Yeah. Buckfast, mate.
Moses.com.
Yeah, you can get it. You can get it around here. We need to do a taste test at some point because apparently it's fucking awful.
I mean, to be honest, it looks like it would be. But what percentage did you say it was?
I think it's like it's 15%.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it's going to be strong ass wine, though, ain't it? Yeah.
It's strong wine with a caffeine kick.
Oh, so that's going to be like that's going to be like your Tenant Supers of lager, ain't it?
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Oh,
the Tenant Supers of wine.
People like walking around drinking that and me being like, why are they necking some fucking cough syrup? That looks like cough syrup in that bowl.
Yeah, it does.
$4.85 though, man. That's cheap, to be fair.
It is pretty cheap, and it'll get you there.
35 centilitres as well. That's not a small
Yeah,
amount.
no, it'll get you there.
Yeah, imagine. I'm going to drink again at some point soon. I want to allow myself to try and drink again, but not that. Not that, my friend.
Well, you might have to. I might have to bring some with.
Oh, man, you're welcome to bring whatever you want. Now, welcome. Say no.
Nah.
I will not give in to paper, sir.
Nah. I'm going to be doing that. Next time, it's not going to be, should it be cereal? It's going to be, should it be milk?
I mean, that'd be better because at least I can drink it.
Yeah.
But it has to be a really spicy one. Scotch bonnet.
Tabasco sauce.
Tabasco sauce. What are we talking about?
Just floating
Tabasco sauce. I want something spicy. Let me get you a hardcore korma. A hard korma.
Fucking hell. It's a bowl of it.
What?
You'd be doing a bowl of it. Should have been milk, mate.
Oh, I thought you said Ebola.
No.
I'm not doing a milk of Ebola.
There's no fucking Ebola. I don't have Ebola.
I wouldn't want to drink that.
I don't want to drink Ebola.
That's what I'm saying.
I like saying the word Ebola.
It is a fun word to say. More fun than having it, I'm told.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't, who knows though, really. A similar exhort... okay, I forgot to explain about the whales and sturgeons. Okay.
Yes.
So the law dates back to 1322 when Edward II decreed that the head and spermaceti, whatever it is, of a whale should be given to the king while the rest of the carcass belonged to the finder. So whatever the head and the spermaceti is, it kind of sounds like the head and the sperm sac to me.
Yeah.
Alexa, what's a spermaceti?
From worldatlas.com. In antiquity,
That's
Well, that's obviously not it. That's
Okay.
obviously not what we're
Okay.
talking about, Amazon.
Alexa, shut up.
That's so mean.
She knows her place. Man, if it was a South Park thing where the Alexas went angry, she might
Yeah.
kill me.
Yeah,
She's like, "You use me. You only ever ask me questions and tell me to shut up.
yeah.
The only person that talks to me is your mom when she's calling you through me, and it's so loud."
Is that what you think the Amazon sounds like on the inside?
Sounds like
When it's not putting on the good voice.
It sounds like that. Inside,
Yeah.
Every now and then I turn it to the male voice and put an accent on it because he sounds angry in some of the other accents.
Mm-hmm.
A similar law existed in Iceland where any whale that washes ashore must be reported to the local sheriff, who then decides whether or not to give it to the king or queen. Sheriff
That's
has
such a
lot of power over
Wales
there.
thing to do.
Iceland.
Oh, Iceland, sorry. I thought you said Wales.
You know. Well, no, I did say
You're
Wales.
talking about Wales, yeah, this is the problem, yeah. Yeah.
Knock, knock, ginger. This is a frustrating game that people still play, and it can be extremely annoying nuisance for residents. Hence why the Metropolitan Police Act in 1839, Section 54, Part 16, quote, states that it is illegal for every person who shall willfully and wantonly disturb any inhabitant by pulling or ringing any doorbell or knocking at any door without lawful excuse, or who shall willfully and unlawfully extinguish the light of any lamp. Don't be turning the light off.
Don't be
knocking
fucking
the door
turning my lamp
unless
off,
you have
you
a
little
reason.
mongrels.
Because it is actually illegal. You can get arrested.
Yeah.
Knock, door, run.
Yeah.
I'm assuming specifically on ginger people too.
Doesn't happen so much now with the doorbells.
Yeah, people don't go out. Kids don't go out as much on this.
Kids knock on the door, you immediately press the button. Oh, he's run away. Yeah.
It's more voice call reject.
Yeah.
Ah! Voice call reject. Ah! The kids are crazy nowadays.
Yeah.
Crazy.
In what way?
Voice call reject. Voice call reject. That's nothing like knock door run. Voice call reject. Oh,
How does that work?
you start a voice call when it rings out and the person's like, "Oh, I better answer this call." Then you hang it up before they get to it. I mean, you never know if it works. That's the problem
Right.
because you hang up.
But they could just not be near their phone.
Yeah.
That's such a weird.
Exactly. Like, I don't know what the. I don't know
I
what the
just
problem is.
don't see why that's a good game.
I mean, I never said it was a good game. I said they're crazy, man.
You said they're
They're
crazy.
wild.
They're crazy. They're wild.
They're
They'll call
wild,
you,
man.
motherfucker,
What's
and then they'll hang up.
What's called reject? Serious fire. People go down for time for it. There's still people that are serving time now.
All right.
Yeah,
The voice call
what's
reject.
called reject? You think COVID was a pandemic? You ain't seen nothing.
You ain't seen shit, son.
No.
You wait till everyone's phone's constantly being called and rejected, you motherfuckers.
What's called reject?
Half of the population's calling other motherfuckers. The other half are receiving the calls. No communication can. Oh, God.
You see what the issue really is now.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Yeah. Good.
You've done well, man. Now everybody can see that. It's hard to really look deep into us, and see. It just doesn't take up the ISIS on us.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, now I say that, I had a tinge of it. Maybe I needed to put you back. Anyway, I'm off topic.
He is.
That happens to me sometimes. I don't know if you know that. Luckily for me, though, it's prohibited to be drunk while managing cattle.
To be fair, I'm down with that. I don't think you should be allowed to be in charge of cattle whilst pissed.
Yeah, probably most things that need.
Especially during the day, you fucking pervert.
But you have to walk in at night, though. So
even more reason why you shouldn't be pissed.
But then when are you going to get pissed? You have to be up early too.
You're not moving cows all the time. Most of the time,
I
cows
think
stay in a
it's an
field.
nothing. Like they seem to be doing things most days.
Yeah.
I've watched Clarkson's Farm. They do things.
You don't move the cows every day. You move the cows into a field, leave them there for a couple of months, move them into a different field. You're not constantly going, fuck me, they've gone through that back garden quickly into the next one.
You gotta get that milk out though, man. You gotta get them in the paddocks like every few days. Get that milk going.
Yeah, so you got to do the milking. But normally the milking stuff's like amongst the fields, so they can get to it.
No, they bring them into the thing, where they can have, like all the tubes connected to that bottle, so they can make that fresh, creamy goodness for us all.
That fresh,
And
creamy
once they're
good.
finishing masturbating, they're gonna get some milk going.
Have you ever tried that gold top shit?
Nah, I'm not that. I don't go.
Oh,
fancy.
I've very rarely
fancy milk. I don't even know. What it is.
Very rarely had gold top in my life, but
I know full fat, semi-skimmed, and skimmed. I imagine this has probably got traces of actual pure gold.
no. It's just
Well,
another level of. It's got a little bit of extra cream in it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, less cream taken out.
It's fucking good shit.
What is your favorite? Out of the common, the generic, your skimmed, your semi-skimmed, your full fat. What would you be going for?
Not full fat. If you're gonna go for it, fucking go for it.
Yeah, I don't understand these people, man.
Yeah.
First of all, I was with somebody for years that drank red top.
Oh God,
Why is
no.
this?
Oh, I like coloured water. It's fucking foul.
You know what? It tasted. Once I drank what I thought was that, and I was like, "Oh, it's still weird, but this doesn't taste as bad as normal." Actually, what is this? I wonder. What's this so much? This is better. I like this. I could drink it. It's breast milk.
I thought it was that it had gone off or something, but no, it was titty milk.
Yeah, it's titty milk. Yeah.
Honestly, though, red cat milk can just fuck off. Like, fuck right off. I have no use for lack of pleasure in my cereal. You know what I mean? So why you may as well literally just take a fucking bowl of cereal and pour tap water on it. Like, for fuck's sake, it is foul.
Which apparently is something they do in Tibet.
Oh.
Mhm.
Just cereal with water. That sounds horrible.
Oh, okay.
You need the milkiness. You need that milkiness.
Oh, well,
Even if it's fake milkiness, even if it's oat milk, it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Almond.
Yeah.
Not a true milk. Not a true nut or a true milk, actually.
Mm-mm.
It's not a true anything.
No, it's just a bunch of like seeds soaked in water and then squeezed, and whatever comes out they call milk.
I feel squeezed when I'm in a tube station.
Yeah.
Speaking of tube stations,
Ooh.
segue!
Ooh.
You cannot queue jump at tube station ticket halls. Yes, obviously, it's not allowed.
Yeah.
But it's illegal. You can get arrested.
I
Jump
like
in
that.
the queue. Yeah, tell them if somebody does it.
Yeah, that's illegal, you can't.
You put out this document and you show them and explain it to them, and then
and then I'll get punched.
You probably just missed his face by then. Probably wouldn't even listen to you. The law was put into place as it can cause a lot of frustration for other people who are waiting in line, and it can also be dangerous if people are pushing past each other to get on the train. You cannot dress up as a police officer or as a member of the armed forces. For these weird laws, the Seamen's and Soldiers False Characters Act of 1906 and the Police Act of 1996 were each put into place to prevent people from impersonating a copper, a army personnel deliberately, as it can be very confusing for members of the public.
What if
you have to make
filming something though?
You have to make a bit. Oh, you get obviously. If it's obvious, stuff to show that you're not trying to impersonate them. Like cameras are obvious.
Is it though? Because there's police officers walking about getting filmed now for TV shows.
Yeah, I guess they must get some kind of with all the consent forms of doing all kinds.
Yeah, I mean
they must have. They know what they need to do to obviously be cool with that.
Yeah, there must be like a way to tell the police that you're going to be filming as police, so that they can be aware.
From what I've seen on TV things too, I also feel like it's part of you have to be actively trying to make members of the public. You have to be actively trying to impersonate them,
right?
Not just Like somebody walking to a fancy dress party in a
Dressed
police
as
outfit.
isn't the same as someone who's trying to sort of walk up to people and arrest them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I would assume
That's
that
a big
where
thing
they
in
can put it.
America as well.
How you do it with the army, though? Actually, I'm not too sure. I guess if you go to another country and try to shoot someone in the head,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Don't do that.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. Shouldn't have that much say in civilian world, but you know.
Yeah, I don't like to limit people too much myself, though. But I would probably say, don't do a murder if you can help it.
Don't be doing that shit. Yeah.
It is generally a good thing to go by.
Don't be doing a murder and don't be doing them thefts.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's never below £200. I won't even call the coppers. So. Do it to a big corporation, fine.
Yeah.
It's against the law to have a pigsty in front of your house. I'm kind
of okay with that.
I think that law's being broken, to be honest, a lot right now around Birmingham.
Yeah.
I feel like every house is a pigsty right now outside because nothing is collected.
Nope.
And we have actually issued like an incident in Birmingham now, which apparently means they can get a bit more like, money from other people and things. So extra support funding, yeah.
Right.
A big whoop, Birmingham's falling apart. That's why I'm getting the GTFO out of here.
Yep.
Very soon, down to Didcot, near to that there London, you'll be able to see me on stage regularly down there, London, that there London.
Diddycote.
Didcot is where I'll be based. And, obviously the home-based studio will be moving better.
Yep.
Even better then.
Might even have multiple cameras.
Yeah.
Multiple seating positions, so we can can have our own like viewing things as well.
That would be very cool.
Yeah.
Try and get one of those like AI kind of setup things. So
So
whoever's talking, it goes to that.
Yeah.
I'd love that'd be so cool.
That would be good.
I know you can get them, so that's a kind of AI thing I'm very interested in getting.
I'm down with that.
Right then, let's get on with a few more of these. So the pigsty, so I didn't finish that. As declared by Part F45 of the Town Police Clauses 1847, it's an offence for, quote, every person who keeps any pigsty to the front of any street, not being shut out from such a street by a sufficient wall or fence, or who keeps any swine in or near any street so as to be a common nuisance, and that does not include your wife.
This is one of those laws. Every so often you come across a law in British law where it's like, this was obviously someone who was pissed off at their neighbour and wanted to make it illegal.
That's what gets done though, ain't it, a lot of the time?
This is obviously someone who's had a neighbour who's had like 3 or 4 pigs in their front garden just stinking up the street for days on end. And he's like, you know what? I'm not having this anymore. I'm an MP. I'm going to make this shit illegal.
If you want a law to be passed, you make it so that it benefits like the higher MP you can.
Yeah.
Make it so that it affects, like, for example, we're quite lucky probably that the leader of Labour right now who's in power was also a white man. A white male, I mean, because of that sentencing counter thing, he was like, yeah, I don't want that either, guys. That's me?
Yeah, that's one of me. What if I get pulled up on charges?
I'm supposed to have privilege.
Yeah, I want the privilege, guys.
In all manners.
Yeah.
Over everyone.
I didn't know where you were going with that for a moment, but yeah, I get it. You're
with me now, yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I can tell by your face, I'm like, I hope this is connecting how I figured it's going to be right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I saw the connection get there.
It's a bit of a gas leak episode today, ladies and gentlemen. It's taking me
It's
taking me a while to catch up with concepts.
Oh no, I think it's at the same time though. I've just been on a bit more. I've been on one a bit today. I've been energetic.
Yeah.
I've had energy. Mum was moaning at me for being energetic and annoying.
Okay.
Because when I'm in a good mood, I'm generally just annoying.
Right. Well,
which is fair.
That's all right. That's all right.
Just the level. It's what you have to bring out stage, and you just act like you're in your top level form.
Yeah.
You fake it.
Yeah.
You make it.
Fake it till you make it, son.
Which is literally all I used to do on dates. So I'd try and think I'm on dates at times. Like I'm on stage and all the people, I'm gonna bang you. Lovingly, because I'm a carer.
Yeah. Sweetly.
I'm a giver.
I'm gonna bone you sweetly. I'm gonna hump you. sweetly. I'm gonna bone you discreetly. And then you say about your flowers. And then you say, wait a minute, Sally.
What?
I think I got something in my teeth.
Okay.
Could you get it out for me?
Bitch.
That's fucking teamwork.
What's your favorite dish? Well, I can't say that word because I've got a lisp, so shut the fuck up, you fucking twit.
Nothing wrong with Zanzibar.
What now?
What's wrong with Zanzibar?
Zanzibar! Because I had to stop myself from singing it.
Yeah.
So I just want to keep singing it.
It's such a good, it's a catchy ass tune.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are they together yet? All tenaciously.
Oh no,
I heard he was being a bit chiller again, or was Jack Black still like, I can't
I don't know.
can't let the woke mob get.
I don't know, but at the same time, it's like, why would you fucking? Why would you? It's just a stupid joke. Like, yeah, whatever. It's a stupid joke. It's out of fucking, out of left field.
I mean, if he keeps going on the slight little Hitler level he's on now, which I can kind of see comparisons to Hitler right now with Greenland, then they might be saying, you know what, that Kyle Gass.
He might have been right.
He might have been on something there. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying they might be saying that.
Yeah, they might.
So, I've been a general fan of the Trump stuff.
Yeah.
In general. But then when I saw that Greenland stuff, I was like,
this is weird.
This is different.
This feels wrong.
Very much. I don't understand why it was the need, even to be making the people there even think it,
Yeah.
Like
why would JD Vance go there in
for them anyway?
Yeah.
Like,
why would JD Vance go over there in the middle of this as well? Like, everyone knows, like, there's been leaked fucking messages and shit. It's like, for fuck's sake, guys.
That big-headed, the thing that just swallowing probably, and like you said before, like, why wouldn't people want to be part of the US?
Yeah.
It's like, well, they're pretty happy with how they are.
They're all right, mate.
And I was listening to some of the Inuit, a politician with the Inuit side, because there's like still like there was separation a lot more like in schools still until recently, I think. I don't know how recently, like 10 years ago from scientific kind of thing was still there a bit in some schools. But she was talking about, like about how good Denmark have been for them, like whenever they needed, like taking care of something doing or whatever, Denmark actually looked after them. Which is why
if you look at the
we don't really have the ability to be independent either, so we want to just stay. We don't want America.
Yeah, we're happy.
We're good at it.
We're fine.
And America, don't worry. You can come in and have your people here, and like have your military stuff that you want. That's fine. No, we're good with you.
But we just don't want to be American.
Yeah, and they're like, no, we want America.
Yeah,
for less trade route. That's all it is. Trade.
He wants
these new trade routes that are coming out. And
he wants Greenland. He wants Canada.
He doesn't want to pay them for the trade routes.
Yeah, that's it.
He doesn't want to pay.
Yeah.
He's like, we're America. Why should we have to pay to use your trade route?
Yeah.
Why the fuck shouldn't you?
It's amazing to me as well. He's like, I'm going to put tariffs on you unless you become part of our country. It's like, what the fuck do you think is happening here? This is mafia shit.
Obviously, though, that will still annoy people outside of America. I still think, we need a bit of that for us. A lot of that, people being like, no. Let's sort us out first.
And then we'll figure this shit out. Yeah.
Maybe let's put out the fire at our house before we take a fireman course of how to put out fires in Zimbabwe, Australia. Pakistan.
Yeah. Your house is on fire. Maybe don't start taking buckets halfway down the street.
Yeah, taking him around the corner for Jerry to fill up his bathroom.
Yeah. You got
Jay.
Start working on what you got.
Well, I'll be doing up the water for you because my house is on fire. But I know you needed your bath, so I wanted to get a bit of this and rub your nuts a bit.
Ew.
Oh, that's been mean to you. Man, everyone's got to wash, too. Because they're always
disabled.
They're not allowed to wash. All right. Learn about you today. A pet cannot mate with another from a royal household.
What? Is it both have to be royal, or is it just like a commoner dog can't fuck a royal dog?
No, a pet cannot mate with another from a royal. I'm not sure. While it's unlikely you'll be visiting any royal household and letting your dog mate with one of the Queen's beloved corgis, if that happened, you'd be breaking the law.
So it's how dare your commoner dog like defile my royal dog?
Basically, yeah.
Holy
You want
shit!
to know how serious this was taken?
Go on then.
Up until 1965, this would have resulted in a death penalty.
Holy fuck!
Wow. Oh my damn.
My dog's fucking the Queen's dog. I'm gonna die.
Also, it doesn't actually point out
Oh,
is that the death
fuck.
penalty for you or the dog.
I think it's probably both.
Probably is both.
It's
isn't it?
probably both.
What would they use for the dog? 1965.
If I'm ever going anywhere near a royal household with a dog, I'm gonna put a chastity belt on the fucker.
I mean, no, you know, I'd roll the dice.
Yeah. Just see how it goes.
See how it goes.
Yeah.
You cannot slide on icy streets. Probably more rightly, it's illegal to slide on icy streets would be the better way, because I can attest from myself, personal experience, and others, you can definitely slide.
I've
on
done
icy
it.
streets.
I've done it. So I've done something illegal. I didn't intend to do it. If
I
that
wa-
helps.
I watched an 80-year-old man do something illegal then.
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine an 80-year-old man going arse over tit. Two police officers come up and like, right, that's it. You're going in jail, mate. What do you think you're doing? Sliding about like a fool.
But I'm bleeding. Yeah, you should have thought about that before you went slip sliding.
I'll give you something to fucking bleed about. Bang.
It is covered by the Metropolitan Police Act of 1839, Section 54.
Yeah.
Just for anybody who wants to research it a bit more and, you know, is scared about any ice-related crimes they may
Yeah.
commit.
Ice
next winter.
crimes.
I don't know. We might have the next Mr. Freeze listening.
You might do.
Who's like, I was going to slide and kick the police, but now I will not.
It's a cold town in the Isle town tonight.
Oh, Mom should have gone to ice.
Ice to see you.
Ah, I don't get it.
You know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Not true,
No,
but fine.
it's not. It didn't help.
It didn't help.
Hanging your clothes across the street is illegal.
Oh.
You'd have to have a long clothes first of all for I think to do this nowadays. But actually, I'm not sure exactly how it means. But it probably doesn't mean all the way over because I don't know how that would ever work. Actually, probably just means like I don't know. You might think that this is a bit of an old-fashioned UK law, and I don't know why you would ever think that.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, old-fashioned wouldn't.
I
be
think he's
the
going to say
phrase I'd
something that's
use.
weird now.
I don't know if old-fashioned would be the word I'd use, the phrase I'd use,
Okay.
like to describe that.
Okay.
I think stupid might be more.
Yeah.
But it was stated in the Town Police Clauses Act of 1847, but it's actually still in place today. While you may not get arrested for this, you could still be fined if a police officer catches you up to the amount of £1,000
For what again?
hanging your clothes across the street. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what that means.
I think it's some of the things you used to see like back in the old days. You used to see like strings laid across the street and stuff.
Oh, is that what
You know
you
what I
reckon?
mean?
Yeah.
Like during Victorian times. And again, this seems like something where someone who's
I
like...
feel like that's something I saw more in like Venice and stuff than anything, but I guess it probably happened here.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's probably like
Yeah.
some fucking MP was like, I don't like it. I want them to stop doing it. So people had to stop doing it.
It's making clothes get dirty.
Yeah.
They're not my clothes, but people will wear them and
Yeah.
I have to smell them.
Yes. And I don't want to be smelling dirty people.
But you don't get anywhere near the commoners. Pish posh.
I smell them in the carriage.
I was almost 20 meters near to one of you.
Yeah.
Far too close.
Yeah. Horrible.
Horrible. indeed. It smelled like he had been.
He had a musk to him.
That was almost bouncing. It is illegal
Okay.
to kill a swan.
That's true. Yeah, we know that.
You might think that all birds
Swans
are
are royal as fuck, you dirty pigs.
are indeed. It is illegal to kill or injure a swan as they all belong to the Queen. I'm guessing now King.
Yep.
Otherwise, find a keeper.
God of swans.
Huh?
God of swans.
I think it's the Wales, the swans and the small children's souls that they must consume and chant
Yeah,
in the correct way.
exactly that.
That's what I assume is.
Would you really want to eat swan though? Do you look at a swan and you think, delicious?
I don't look at it and think I wouldn't eat you.
I don't know.
I look at it and think, yo, if you try and come at me, I'm going to punch you in the head.
I've seen the kind of shit they eat.
I've seen the kind of shit they can do. They're vicious, man. You need to square up to it. Swan's coming to you. You can't back down, man.
People think they can break your arm. It's not actually true. Most of the time, reason why people break their arm is because they've fallen over trying to get away from the swan and they've broken their arm that way. Now, the thing is, a swan is still quite dangerous though because it's got those horrible little. It's the teeth. They've got like weird, like backwards biting, like fang, weird beak teeth. It's horrible. Google for a swan's mouth. It's horrible.
I've never really thought about that because.
And they've been eating nothing but dirt off the bottom of a fucking, pond all day.
Not what I meant to do.
Why did you do that?
I clicked the wrong button.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I'm normally perfect.
They've got little weird, like sharp little teeth.
And let me make sure it's on. Yeah, like I need to get some better pictures of these.
Is that a goose? Actually, I think that might be a goose. Oh, there you go. To the top left.
That.
Yeah.
Weird to even look at, it's strange. I never even look at them like having that. I want to see like maybe the inside of them.
It's not like a tooth, but it's like a serrated beak.
Yeah. They do just look weird, like.
They are weird. But it's not even really the fact that they're going to like bite you hard. It's just the fact that their mouth's been in horrible shit all day.
Yeah. So you're going to get some infection.
Yeah.
That'd probably be worse than getting taken a suplex onto a small bed of nails, I would. And lodged it in your back. I think that would be worse.
Oh, don't talk about that again.
Oh, yeah, you didn't like
that was unpleasant.
Backness.
Oh, it's the fact they pulled it the fuck out.
Eventually. You didn't even see the full bit of them trying to get it out, man.
Fuck.
I remember, I don't know if it was you. I think it might have been Evil Hippie, actually. It was like, when I showed it him, he was like, I don't see any blood or anything. And then they started pulling it out, and you started seeing the blood, and he was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh.
It's real.
Fucking mad shit. Anyway, yeah, that's enough of swans' mouths.
Yeah, I mean, so all in all, yes, I would eat a swan.
You'd eat a swan?
And I'm okay with it.
Alright. I don't think I'm down for eating swan.
If I had to,
I think I'd stop at goose.
Really? Well, if you're like homeless and that, you wouldn't kill a swan and cook it. A neck would probably be good.
That's probably not a bad shout.
I mean, that's what I always thought. If I was homeless, I'd go and kill some birds and that in duck ponds. I used to live by a duck pond. I was like, I'd go in there.
Duck's delicious.
Yeah. It'd be dirty, but that's what fire's for.
Yeah.
Cook that shit to
cook that motherfucker.
Death.
Yeah. Crispy chicken, crispy aromatic duck. It's a thing.
It will be aromatic, yeah. It will have the the slight smell and aromatic allure of poop.
Yeah.
You get what you get. And
steal a bottle of water and a hoisin sauce, and you'll be fine.
The last on this list of the stupidest laws that somehow still exist to this day. Did you know that in UK? I can't believe this. It is illegal to watch TV without a license.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. If you think you can get away watching television without a license, then if you live in the UK, I'm sorry to say you're sadly mistaken.
Is this an American thing by any chance? Yeah.
As mentioned,
they don't understand the concept.
No, actually, it's not. Actually, it's the UK.
What the fuck?
They probably think, for anybody reading it, though, that isn't from the UK. They should understand how dumb it is.
Yeah.
As mentioned by the Communications Act 2003, Section 363, it is actually a criminal offence to watch TV without a licence, and you could be fined up to £1,000 if caught.
A criminal offence.
Yeah, it's been decriminalised before, and then I don't even know.
What a
it changes a
fucking
lot. I
joke.
feel like there was like more recent changes anyway. Like we
Yeah.
covered them, or I covered them with the hippie a while back. Well, a while back, like a few months back.
Yeah.
One of the highest viewed clips that is.
There
Have a
you
look.
go,
It's on
there
the
you
normal channel wherever you're watching this.
Mhm.
Well, actually, no, not wherever you're watching this. Specifically, actually, on the KD Comedy Podcast YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Not anywhere. Specifically, just
Specifically
that one place.
there.
Yeah. So, in a way, anywhere, but more
In
accurately.
a way, you can get to it anywhere in the world, but you can only get to it on one place online.
Yeah, I think it might be blocked in one region.
Yeah.
I think it might be like Russia, so who cares?
Who gives a fuck?
But,
Little Vladdy
Nagila-
Poots
well,
doesn't
not
want to have a
Russia, which
fucking
is-
watch.
which is the Russian songs. How do they go again?
Da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da,
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 da, da, da,
da,
The
da,
fast beat
da,
stuff, how did that
da,
go
da,
again? I'm doing the legs while I just can't see, I'm doing it
Yeah.
perfectly. I was actually standing up then too.
Yeah.
I moved the chair away and everything, like underneath me. I pushed it down.
Yeah.
I'm talented.
He's talented.
I didn't like how you said that.
What?
I felt like there was something else to that.
I didn't say anything weird.
Talented.
I-
What's that supposed to mean?
What's wrong with being talented?
I'll get back to you on it. Don't worry, I'll figure something out.
I'm very talented.
You're very talented, aren't you?
Yeah.
What's your best talented?
Oh, definitely post-apocalyptic Sigma treehouse. That's just
That's
a.
not a talent.
It's a talented.
Talented.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It shows how talented I am.
Yeah. Just.
I'm so talented.
Were you talented from birth, or did it develop?
Developed over time, yeah.
Oh, okay. I would have looked at you, and I would have thought it'd be something they would have been able to tell, like in.
Oh, straight
in-
away,
in
but it got
room
worse.
scans.
Yeah.
I mean, in the medical terms, they call it short back.
Right. Anyway, it's getting near the end of the time for me. Unfortunately, I am going to have to duck out fairly soon.
That is because he has a hot date with his girlfriend and her finger and his multiple buttholes.
I mean, that's later on, but for
And
now,
he
I've
didn't
got
let
to
me
do normal job.
He didn't let me finish the other part about the needle in the other place, but he knows where.
Yeah, I know where.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
down, and then you pull it out. It's good.
Did you actually see the thing? By the way? Oh, there was another thing. Did you see the thing about Walker's Crisp changing the flavors? By the way,
No.
they've actually done that. So cheese and onion and salt and vinegar flopped over.
Oh, what, the colours?
Yeah.
Oh, because they're doing
Does it
the
make
way that
sense?
everyone else does it.
Which I've always been like, why?
Why were you doing green as the fucking vinegar?
It was dumb.
Yeah.
I actually think yes, well done.
Yeah.
So I saw some people saying like, no, that's
No,
silly.
they got to do it the normal. Everyone else does it the other way. And why? Because it makes fucking sense.
No,
It makes fucking sense.
in the same way that workers they did roast chicken orange, and that makes sense.
It makes sense.
So everybody else copied that too. They're
That
like, yeah,
make sense.
gonna get it.
Beef, dark red. We all know.
Sure.
McCoy's ones do that. And then everyone else did it.
You know how
McCoy's are the fucking shit, by the way.
I used to really like them when I could eat them.
Yeah, good shit. Discos are really good as well. Discos are fucking oof.
Yeah.
Oh, they are powerful.
Did you know what's something that I'm sure we'll be able to hopefully by the next episode? I just had a little itchy gooch there.
You know what discos are? Meth Pringles.
What?
They're meth Pringles.
I mean, I think Pringles are meth Pringles, to be fair. As well.
Yeah,
I used to,
Yeah.
yeah, I understand that, once you pop, you cannot stop.
that's true.
Because what's like meth and Pringles and
Yeah.
what did you
Discos.
say? Discos.
No, the thing about discos is they're so unbelievably strong. Like they're one of the most flavoursome crisps on the market. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was never a huge crisp person anyway,
Yeah.
but I'm like that kind of like with my caramel, once you get going, it's like, how do you stop?
How do you stop?
Other than running out.
Yeah.
They don't buy many, which is good now because they're also expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old pound bars you used to get, they're like 99p at first.
Oh yeah.
Now they're like 169. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What? I ain't got the money.
It's crazy going into a place and it's like, oh, I'd like £2 for a crunchy. It's like, you fucking what? No.
Still just an America small.
Yeah. And the thing is, as well, you go around the corner and it's like, oh, do you want that same crunchy bar 4 times for £2.60? What the fuck is going on here?
Goddamn right I do.
What the fuck is going on here? It's like they went, you know what we're going to do? We're going to tax people out of buying single chocolate bars by going, no, it's bad for you, don't do that. But multi-packs are fine for some reason. So multi-packs end up being cheaper in most situations than the fucking chocolate bar itself.
Which would be good if it wasn't just the only reason for that is that the individual one is just overpriced.
Yeah.
Which is
because of tax that they put on it.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Anyway.
Before we finish, I was going to say though, one thing to keep an eye out for everybody out there and for yourself too.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it will be out before the next one so we can have a look at some of the stuff. You know, they had all the JFK files, which I still need to fully go through and that as well myself to understand. I got some parts, but what they've also, different countries announced they're going to be releasing now. Argentina.
Ooh.
They're going to be releasing all their files of all the Nazi criminals that fled to Argentina after World War II.
Oh, so we're going to know about the Nazis.
And, possibly as well, because especially over in Argentina, it's like an open secret that this one place was where Hitler was.
Right, so we might actually find out if there was a real fucking escaped Hitler.
Yeah.
That would be very interesting.
Possibly, because it's not... it was an open secret in the area. You go there and talk to people now, and I've seen people go there and be pointed out to it,
That's crazy.
And when you see the architecture suddenly in these areas, it's completely suddenly like you in Germany, and these people talk with German accents still.
Yeah,
to this day,
it's so little many. Bavaria.
American dad loaded up, ready to go.
Why? Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Anyway,
that's been Squishy Logic for this week.
It has indeed, you bloody lucky buggers.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in.
Thank you for giving us an excuse to chat at a camera and a microphone.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy.
We do that on the regular, but it's nice to know that people are watching along.
Or at least listening.
At least listening.
Or having it on in the background.
Yeah.
Or having sex. I don't know what people
whatever
do.
you want to do. If we get you not off, go for it.
Oh, not off. Got you.
Yeah. But until next time, that's been Squishy Logic. Stay squishy.
And forever keep that logical side of your brain ticking over just like your sexual being you are.
Magic.
Au revoir.
Titty.